Hey everybody, this is Tompkins again, and this is part 2 of the Cities Skylines series. Today we're going to build the main highway that's going around the harbor, and we're going to work on the mainly on the passenger area of the harbor. Yeah, so this is the second video on my YouTube channel, so hope that you guys like it so far. I was looking back at the previous video, and I saw that I made a lot of unnecessary noise. So I'm trying to just talk and just go through it naturally, but yeah. It's still a work in progress, okay? No hate, please. So this is the cargo dock area. Just finishing it off, making the area look nice. Here I made a little picnic area for the people that work at the cargo docks, so that they can picnic, have a good lunch. And I had a hard time finding something that would fit behind these warehouses. The warehouses, by the way, are, very annoying because they say that they have not enough materials, and later on they're going to complain that there are no workers. The second thing I understand, but the first thing, no materials, I do not understand how I fix it. So yeah, it's annoying. Here I'm just, putting some life into these warehouses, dropping some stuff everywhere, making it look used. I don't know, just, something. And over here, I just had such a hard time figuring out what I wanted to do there. Just going through the, just going through the stuff that's there and seeking what's there and what I can use. And because I didn't want to do those big cargo containers, I didn't want to do a huge car park or something, because I thought that I would do that on the other side of the harbor. Just searching what there is, and eventually I found these jet skis, and I thought that's fun, just a whole bunch of jet skis, like the jet skis just arrived or something like that, and from the boat they were put here on the dock, and just waiting for the containers to come and to pack them and to take them away. And that was an ambulance. I don't know if you heard that. That was an ambulance just driving by here. Yeah. Alright, here we are on the passenger side of the harbor, and there's a hospital there. And as I said in the previous video, I want to focus a lot on the public transport. So I want to use a lot of things. I want to use trains, I want to use trams, I want to use buses, I want to use the metro. And here I'm using the trams, and it's a very cool little station from the Steam Workshop that I found. So I put it there, sort of the main entrance for the metro, for the yeah, it's the main entrance for the peeps to go to if they want to go to the harbor. So yeah, making it look nice here with some greenery around it. And I gotta say, I love this area. It's become something I really like, especially the interchange that you might have seen in the thumbnail of the video. I really love how that looks. And yeah, it just looks awesome. Here I'm making the area look nice. Some nice rocks and foliage and whatnot. And I made some paths underneath of the stone there. I think that I demoed them later on. I don't know. I don't know if that's still there. But yeah, it looked a little bit empty, so I wanted to have something nice there, and I used those things, those planters, and put some stuff in there, just to make it a little bit more dense. And then the back side of the hospital, I thought it was a little bit not smart to put the tracks there without any sort of a border. So I used that small little fence. It's really fun fence, and then some castle parts, you know, just to sort of like get into the theme of the entire island. And here I am. I was just figuring out what to put there, and it's this little annoying area of the harbor that, you know, I did not know what to do, so I put a sort of a border around it with those little pylons or whatever they are, and I went through the workshop, through the workshop. I went through the library there, and I went for just a bunch of trucks. You know, sort of like they would have arrived, and they were stalled there until they, you know, would be ready for shipment. Next of the area here, next to the hospital, I wanted to make a sort of a park, you know, because this is the area where a lot of the peeps are going, a lot of the passengers from the harbor. It's next to the hospital, so I wanted to have a nice little area, and I went for this basketball field. I wanted to use the basketball field in the previous video, but it wasn't really the right location for it, and I just love the brightness of the colors of it. So yeah, I used it here, and I just made it a little nicer, the area. Wanted to put a billboard there, but it didn't really work out. It was not enough space. But yeah, you know, I think I want to use them somewhere in the city. They are really cool, the big billboards. Then I went for some industrial, because, you know, it's a harbor and it's not just for passengers, so there needs to be some industrial as well. And I'm not sure if I like all the industrial that I put down at the end of the video. So please let me know what you think, if it's too much industrial or if it's not work. I don't know. I have the feeling that it's not really working, the industrial area. So yeah, but that's later on. Now it's one of the bigger things that I really wanted to do, and I was doubting if I should wait, but I went for it, and it's the highway. It's not my favorite thing to do, because it's a lot of measuring, it's a lot of, you know, flipping roads and that sort of stuff. But it's really important to have a good connection, and, you know, I don't pay attention to this connection here, because it's going to change later on. But yeah, you know, just having good highway connections, it's very important, especially with the harbor. And this road is going to be for quite some time the only connection to the road system, and there are a lot of trucks using it, which is quite fun to see. Yeah, they're really using it, and that's the thing I love the most about a game like Cities Skylines. When you build something, especially with infrastructure, with, you know, with transportation as well, with the cargo docks as well, and with the harbor as well. You know, when the boats use it, when the cars use it. Look at that! There you see all the trucks. They're coming off the harbor and going onto the highway to the outside connection. It's just so lovely to see. Yeah, I was admiring the trucks. Then I was looking how to continue the road, as I want the highway to be sort of a loop around the harbor, So on one side of the highway it's the harbor, and on the other side is going to be the city. At least that's the plan for now. And the part where it connects to the ocean is raised up, and this side is going to be in a sort of a ditch. You know, just some variation. I thought it would be nice. Making a nice ramp, and then upgrading the roads. I use those smaller roads because they're easier to measure. I don't know if it makes sense, but it works for me. It works for me, okay? Here I am going to make the connection to the... I think this is going to be one of the most busiest roads, because it's the road that connects to the cargo docks with the trains on it. So I think that a lot of trucks will be using this connection, making a nice little bridge for the roads to go under. And I'm not a king at making intersections that look cool, you know, especially if you look at intersections in the United States. They're just badass. They look so awesome. That's something I cannot do. I live in the Netherlands, and you know, in the big cities, Amsterdam, Rotterdam, you know, there are some huge intersections that look quite awesome. But you know, where I live, it's not really that much of big intersections. Sometimes a big flyover or something like that, but not much more. So I don't really have a lot of inspiration for that. So I just went with this. I thought it looked nice. On one side it has that big corner thing, which I thought really worked. And on the side where I'm working on right now, it's just going to be a simple on and off ramp that I struggled with quite a lot, but that's eventually what I went for. I did wanted to measure them, so they were kind of the same, and this is the end result. I think it looks cool. The height difference is a little bit off, but that's going to be done with some rock work to make it nice. And then the bridge, you know, I thought I'm working on the highway now, so why not just continue with it and make the good connection. Had to wait for the water to rise. Oh my god, I just love the color of the water. I said it in a previous video, and I still mean it. It's awesome. It's really awesome. There I'm going to make the bridge connection, which is an easy trick to do. Just raise the land, place the road, and then remove the land and upgrade the road, because then you will get a very nice bridge which is all the same height, which has the pillars on the same places. It's just such an easy trick to make some nice bridges. So yeah, they're just making the connection to the land a little bit more nicer. I know that the bridge at this moment is not high enough for boats and cargo ships and etc. to go under, but that's something I don't mind. I know that I'm going for a realistic city that looks nice and that looks something like it could be real. But it's just absurd to have a bridge that's so high. Oh, don't pay attention to that connection. It's just temporary. It's just seeing if cars are using it. I'm going to change that one day in the future. No, but with the bridges, I don't mind that much. I want them to look cool. Bridges are cool. Here I'm going with an underpass, which I'm not quite sure if it's going to hold up in the future, because it connects on one side to the harbor and on the other side is going to connect to probably a neighborhood of some sort. You know, just some housing there. because yeah, we need some houses. This intersection though is one that I'm very proud of. Again, don't pay attention to the connection. No, but this intersection is one that I'm very proud of. I was thinking about what to do with it because I wanted it to be a nice intersection. You know, not something that it's just on and off and nothing more. So I thought it's a place where, you know, the people that go to the harbor and also tourists that are coming to the city, that's the thing that they're going to see. And so I thought, why not make something cool there? So I made the entire intersection with these rocks to sort of like hide, see the height difference a little bit, to make it look nice and not as simplistic as this, just giving it some texture and some life. I really think especially with these bushes and with these rocks, you can put life in so many things, just making it cool and just making it look like it's being used and it just looks like there are, you know, things happening. Yeah. By the way, those cars and trucks and whatnot, it's crazy how many cars there are. And they're not even going into my city. That's the worst. Yeah. Just finishing up some rock work and putting the bushes in there. As I said in the previous video, these bushes are my favorites. And on this side I decided to put that lake in. So it's not really a lake, it's more like a little pond. It's just nice. On the bottom it's sand, so that when the water goes in you get the same effect as in the harbor, so that the underlay seems very bright and whatnot. And I just put rocks everywhere because these rocks are awesome. It's these rocks I'm using, it's one thing, but they always are different. I don't know, you know. But yeah, no, I don't know. But yeah, it looks fun. It looks cool. It's putting some trees everywhere, and that's when I'm starting to doubt, and that's the point that I lost inspiration and creativity, because I thought, what am I going to do here? I don't know. So it just became some roads and a lot of industrial, making the zoning nicely bordered. There we go. And filling in the area with some industrial. Not sure about the industrial. I'm not sure, and I really would love some feedback on it. I don't know if this is the best way to sort of like fill the area, and because it's the only thing I could come up with, it's the only thing I can think of right now. I do not know what I could put there otherwise. You know, of course I'm going to decorate it a little bit, make it nice, but yeah, almost at the end of the video. I've got not really shots or something like that. At the end, it's just this. The next episode, I'm definitely going to work further on this area and probably a neighborhood. Well, you know, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye.